Wu-Tang. So much dope in every rapper in the rap game. Really seen the truckloads. Came a long way from the country dirt road. I own Little Mexico. Pushing bricks from the east to the west coast. Summertime, I'm charging 60. You know my remix look
Let's see. I always got to fix the lighting. That's always the first thing, is that the lighting has to be fixed. I got to get my positioning right. Let's see. There we go. Maybe a little like that. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Got the mic flying all over the place. Hopefully it stays where it's supposed to stay. I hope and pray. Let's see if we can do something a little different here. There we go. That should be good. That should be good. I zip this a little bit because it's just like too close up on my neck. Welcome to the world of a menopausal woman, honey. It takes us a minute, but we still work. It takes us a minute, but we still work. Happy Saturday and welcome to the Saturday Morning Live Midlife Talk with Bridget B. Yeah, we have things to go over today. And what I love about today's topics are that, well, I'll put it like this. The topic that was suggested today by our viewer is a really good topic, because what it did was it made me think about so many other things that we can discuss regarding healing and mental health, okay, and just our everyday lives, because this is what we're attempting each day when we're blessed to wake up, is to just have a day of life and be able to handle it as best that we can, that's all. So yeah, that's what I love about today's topic. So right now what I'm doing is, it's wintertime, so I always come on here with my beanie, okay, but what I'm doing right now is I actually moisturize my hair real good this morning. I would say I think I'm gonna take my hair down today. It has been up. It has been up in twists since I did. Hey, Sony, good morning. Good morning. My hair has been in twists since I did that last color, like that reddish color. And I'm proud of myself, because I knew with that color, my hair is already not in the best shape, but I knew that I was going to have to be real, real diligent with it. So I did a good moisturization this morning. I got my scarf on, and then I'm just going to kind of let it just do what it do, and then I'm going to take it down today because I'm going somewhere with my mom. And yeah, and then tomorrow is deep condition day. So tomorrow for deep condition day, I'm going to try a new product. Okay, so I received the OGX Smooth Emulsion Plus Argan Oil Conditioning Mist with ceramides. Okay, that was a lot. But this is what I received. So what I'm going to do, because this can be used on, hi, good morning. This can be used on wet or dry hair, but I would prefer, for me at this point, any product that is going to help the moisture in my hair, I prefer to put it on wet so that it can really just do what it needs to do. So when I deep condition tomorrow, after everything is done and before I retwist, I'll spray this in my hair, along with some other things too. It'll be some other things that I'll use as well. So that's where I am with the healthy hair journey. Just one new product to try on my hair, and I'm excited about it because I'm finding that non-traditional products for natural hair actually do something. And so I'm excited to try. That's like my second OGX. Matter of fact, I'll probably use that other one in conjunction since it's the same brand. It's like a pre-pool type oil situation. So there's that. And then I'm using a new skincare product. This one was not given to me. This one I spent my own money on. And this is the MediHeal Collagen Ampule Pad. And I think I mentioned that I saw these. I was telling y'all that I went to Target and they had a wonderful new beauty clearance going on. Okay. And so I picked these up. This is really just like a serum. Okay. According to the instructions, you could also treat it like a mask, which means that you can take it's pads. So let me show you what it looks like. So it's a container full of pads, and they do have like something on them. It comes with these tweezers, and then you get a pad out of here. And it's kind of hard to just get one pad. I will be honest, but nevertheless, you pull your pad. I have been putting mine all over my face, but another option. Hey girl, how you doing? But another option for the pad is that you can lay them on different parts of your face like a mask and treat it like a mask, and then remove it and then work everything in. So this is the only new skincare product that I'm currently trying, because I want to kind of get away from steadily switching back and forth to different products. But if I'm giving a new product to try, I have to try it. So, and I've been trying to be pretty good and consistent with that. But yeah, so I'll let y'all know how this is going next week, because I'm gonna be consistent with it this week, and I'll let you know how this works out as well. So anyway, that's all of my updates on products and beauty and all of those kind of things. Um so I received a viewer topic that was perfect, actually, because I had already put depression down as a topic for today's midlife talk. But then I received a viewer suggested topic, and it was there we go. Uh, oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, you got new. Okay, what do you have? Because I've been like on so many different things. What do you have that's good? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Because, I'm okay, hold on for 1 second. Okay, there we go. So um so then I got a viewer suggested topic. Let me get myself back on track here. I got a viewer suggested topic to discuss. Oh, okay, thank you, because I want to know. So let me show y'all mine again. This is on the Target clearance. I got this for like $7 or something, and I can't remember what the original price was. Might have been $19.99. I'm not really sure. So yeah, but yes, definitely send pictures. Send pictures. So the viewer topic, let me get myself together. So the viewer topic was chronic illness and depression. And woo, that is, oh girl, honey, that's all right, because I'm gonna try to have them for myself. Okay, I'm gonna try to have them. I'm starting to get used to this. And usually what it is, if you're not on here, then I don't think I have a moderator at all. But so I've been doing it like on my own, basically, which works for me. Okay, it works for me just fine, because one thing gonna happen is you are gonna get up out of here. Okay, we're not gonna use the energy, use our energy for today to try to ignore it, because that takes a lot of energy. I'm just going to remove, and that's gonna be that on that. We here to talk about things that involve us. We're not here for no mess. And I know the world is full of bots and trolls, and you know what I'm saying? Like you really can't control it. But as the best that I can, um, I'll be handling it, okay, as best I can. So that is such a heavy loaded topic: chronic illness and depression. Wow. Like, where do we even begin? The one thing that I could absolutely tell you, and it might not be true for everybody, but it's definitely true for me, and I've definitely seen it in other people that I know that have chronic illnesses. Depression comes with chronic. The two is like this. They buddies. They buddies. Because you have to imagine you're normal, right? This is my experience, right? And as I continue to live life, I'm learning that it's so many other people that have chronic illnesses, and that's why they call it invisible, especially autoimmune. Like, it's called invisible because people don't really know what you got going on, because you don't look like you have anything going on. But of course, there's other things that are chronic that do have an appearance to it, where people will know that is something going on. But what I know from my experience is that depression rides hand in hand with chronic illness. It just does. Because for me, and again, everybody, they are definitely besties, my diva. They definitely are. Because from my experience, this is my experience. I went from being totally normal to bam, totally not normal, undiagnosable, can't figure out what it is, suffering every day, ready to give up because like, ah, I done been to the doctor 17 times and I feel like, who's gonna get this figured out? Like, who's gonna get this figured out? And the way that it affects your day-to-day life and the things that you're used to doing and the routines that you're used to having and the mindset that you're used to having for yourself. And yeah, thank you. Ready, yeah, for the day, I guess we'll say. Um, it definitely takes a toll on your mind. It definitely takes a toll on your mood. It definitely takes a toll on your mental health because chronic illness at its height, and until you get a really good treatment plan in place, it comes to drag. Like, it literally comes to drag. Like, it literally comes and will make you really want to give up on your own life, because who's trying to wake up every day and be ill with no resolution? Nobody that I know, and definitely not me. However, I have been there. Okay, I have been there. So we already know that they besties. As the diva said, they are besties. Baby, they holding hands, they skipping through the field of flowers together. Okay, they going on vacations, staycations, concerts, lunches, dinners. They trying new restaurants together. They doing all the things. Which is why when you have a chronic illness and that depression hits, hey, B Hunt, girl, listen, this is the reason why we have to have midlife talk every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. because these are the things that we need to discuss. I come from a generation where, kind of like you, we were taught to be strong, first of all, and then we were also taught to, like, don't really, like, have all your problems out there for people to see and know. And I do get that, because one thing that I know for sure is that once your deficiencies become an awareness to others, there's two or three things that could happen, but I'm gonna just talk about two. One thing that can happen is that you get all of this support, like, oh, I didn't know you were going through this. How can I help you? I'm going to help you. You have no option. But then you also have this side of, could be misunderstanding, I guess, or just don't give a damn. Like, people that you would have expected to help you and be there for you more, they don't show up. And I get that it's hard because, again, I'm speaking about autoimmune. It's hard to Oh man, migraines is actually how my chronic illness started. It started with migraines, and I had never had a migraine a day in my life. I didn't even get headaches. Like, I just wasn't one of them headache people. You know how some people be, I got a headache today. Be like, what's wrong, girl? I got a headache today. I never had that issue, but my chronic illness started with migraines. And let me tell you something, the day that it started with migraines, I just knew that that was it for me, because that's how bad my head was hurting. I was like, I must be dying. Like, something is going on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, NJ dudes. I was like, something must be going on with me, because my head has never hurt like this. My head has never hurt. But now my head is like, I remember this was like at the it was literally, migraines were the beginning of my chronic illness. I'm going to say that again. So I remember at the very beginning, I was at my mom's house, and I don't know if I went over there that morning because I was just like, I don't feel good. And I got this little newborn baby. Like, I don't even remember what happened. But what I do remember is that my last result was I went to her garage, And she got a garage. The garage didn't have no windows in it. So I went to her garage and I sat in total darkness. And it was the summertime. So it was hot in there because I could not find any other way to get relief from this excruciating pain that was in my head. So I come to find out later when I got to the right specialist, I come to find out later that it was at that point that what I was going through could have actually been stopped, because what was happening is my pituitary was stroking out. So that's the reason why my head was hurting. Sometimes when I reflect back on the process and the stages that I went through with chronic illness, I'd be like, it was so many instances where I don't think I was supposed to make it. Like, it was so many instances. Like, even in the hospital after I had my daughter, I wasn't ill yet, but I was bleeding like profusely, like after childbirth. Like, I'm back in my room, and when I would get up to walk, the blood was coming out like a faucet, like a water faucet. You know what I'm saying? I think about so many times. So, this is the reason why I try to live a grateful life. Because I know that the experience has definitely existed where I could have been not even talking to y'all today. Okay, gone. Daughter not having a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So let's get back to the chronic illness. So it can be hard for people to understand. And I know that health issues are also scary. Sometimes people just don't want to get close to that. Yes, Sony, that is how I feel, and that's how I feel about all of us. Okay. If you woke up this morning, and baby, I done woke up with some problems before. Okay. I done woke up with problems and still wake up with problems. But what I'm saying is, I done woke up with some problems, like the chronic illness I'm talking about. But if you wake up, you know that your life has purpose in that day. I don't even count future days no more, because honestly, we only got the day that we in right now. To just to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Just to be honest, we only have 2 days. So I try to just focus on the day and not so much, you know, focus on future days. Yes, I make future plans. Really, when you making future plans, you just throwing them out into the atmosphere, because you don't even know if that's the plan that God got for you or not. Because if it's not the plan, it's not your plan, is gonna be in the atmosphere. But nevertheless, because I don't want to get preachy with this, because I definitely like to um although I am a woman of God, very much so, but I like to make sure that my arms stay open for anyone that wants to come in. I don't ever want anybody to feel like I might not be able to discuss this because she mentioned God and she mentioned, no, baby, no, I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl. Because when you're a woman of experiences, like the one I'm talking about with the chronic illness, I'm not getting ready to play that church game with nobody. I'm just not getting ready to do it. I want everybody to be happy, and I want everybody to live their best absolute lives as best as you can. As best as you can. It might be some days you can only live your best life this little bit, but as long as you're living it, okay. I feel like I'm living my best life because I moisturized my hair this morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to y'all, so I'm good. However, and this is the reason why I'm saying that the topic is so loaded that I don't even know where to go with it. But let me just say this: chronic illness is so layered. The depression is layered within it, and it happens for many different reasons. It happens because you don't feel good. It happens because you don't understand what's going on with you. It happens because you don't understand what's wrong with the people around you. Some of them, why they're not leaning into you in this moment, and you're suffering. You've tried your best to explain that you're suffering, but you really like, I'm a strong bitch, so I'm just not one of them ones that's gonna be whiny, piney, whiny, piney all day, every day. I'm just not going to do that, because I was not raised like that. I was raised to push. Now, that has its downsides. We already know, because that's why we here having midlife talks on Saturday mornings, because that has its downsides. But you express the best you can and you get the results that you get. At the end of the day, today as we stand, I don't give a damn who. I do give a damn about who was there for me, because when you have an experience like that, God will help you identify your people. He's making it very clear for you. And yes, I'm suffering and everything, and he knows that you're suffering. But one thing that he wants you to do in the midst of that is discover your people. I'm pointing them out to you now. I'm pointing them out to you. I got them front and center. Your people, I got them for you. Okay, your tribe, I'm letting you know. Okay, so anything. Oh, let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's lighten the mood with a quick Q&A. Okay, let's lighten the mood. But as the lives go on each Saturday, we're going to talk about more things, because that topic really had me like, wow. And then there's this, and then there's that, and then there's that, and then there's that. And it's so many things. And don't get me wrong, depression does not just occur because you have a chronic illness. Depression occurs for so many different reasons. All right. Multitudes and multitudes of reasons depression occurs, and I've definitely experienced it. I've definitely, oh, okay, mine is, let me put, can I will I it let me answer? I don't think it'll let me answer. My favorite thing to do in that category, Sony, is to watch Bold and the Beautiful. I think I've mentioned that before. I watch Bold and the Beautiful every day. I take my lunch break based off of Bold and the Beautiful, okay, because I need to get that in. But other than that, my favorite thing to do, just in general, I'm trying to think, what is my favorite thing to do? Well, I'm a multifaceted woman, so I love thrifting, which I need to go to the thrift store soon because I want to get one of those things for my counter for like, is it called a cloche? Maybe. So I can, like, if I buy croissants or blueberry muffins or whatever, I want to have them sitting in there like ready where you can just, you know what I'm saying, get it out of the original packaging. And then I want to get like a glass, some kind of glass bowl. I need to get a candy bowl for my living room. So just something cute that I can just drop candy in that anyone is welcome to have. So that's two things I want to go to the thrift store for. So I love thrifting. I love listening to music. Has anybody listened to Jill Scott's new album, To Whom It May Concern? It's very good. I told y'all before that Jilly from Philly, her albums are a reflection of her life, and they always align with my life. So it's always just tea. And the phase that I'm in is the phase that she's in on the album. So I love listening to music. Y'all know I love fashion and stuff like that, but I haven't really been in my style bag lately. My clothes just been sitting in the closet. Just, they probably lonely. I might go in there and talk to them today a little bit. But and if I do, I'll upload a short as a follow up to this live. But yeah, I haven't really been in that because I'm such a homebody these days. And being a homebody is, ain't she good, Sony, Jill, baby. I love Jilly from Feet. That's why I was so excited about this album, because I had a feeling once I heard that song Pressure, I said it's getting ready to align with my life right now. That's how it does. Her and Mary J. Blige albums always aligned with my life, literally. Okay. Uh Okay, I haven't seen the whole thing for her Tiny Desk concert, but all praise due to the Most High. I got a little brand work with Live Nation Urban, and so I had to do a little content based off of her new album, and one of them was a repost in the stories of the Tiny Desk. Okay, so I need to watch that. I'll probably put that on in the background, maybe tomorrow while I'm cooking, unless church service is on, and then I get it worked out. But I haven't seen the whole thing. Yeah. So, and as a result of that, if everything goes accordingly, I'll be in Atlanta in October for One Music Fest, because that is part of the brand partnership. So, yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm so happy about that. I'm like, what? I can't believe it. Y'all, whatever goals that you have in life, and I'm talking to myself right now, we're going to get back on track with the topic, but I'm talking to myself right now as well as I'm talking to y'all. If First of all, pray about it. Pray about it. And then, second of all, keep going. I don't care in what capacity you keep going, just keep going, because the sprinkle is going to definitely happen. And when the sprinkle starts happening, you're going to know that, like, okay, I might be onto something. Maybe I should keep going. But in everything I do, and especially now with this, anything regarding social media, I am giving that to God. Like, if this is what you want me to do, I'll do it. If this is what I should be doing, I'm going to keep doing it. If this is not what I should be doing, I know you're going to have your way of letting me know, and I'm going to stop. But if I'm going to do this, I'm definitely going to glorify your name. Okay. And I don't mean to be preachy today, but I just got to tell you what it is. In case it don't work for you, then you can go. Now, back to our regularly scheduled topics. Okay. Because this is not a optional situation, but back to our regularly scheduled topics. So, oh my God, it's crazy because I was talking with friends this week about depression. Just kind of going over, some things. And I know, like, when we got the snow here, so I guess that might have been, I don't even remember. Was it in January? I don't remember. I don't know if the weather affected my mood, but I just remember being at home and being like, I got so many things to do, but I literally cannot move. I can't move. Like, I am trying to get the process started on some things. Like, my daughter had just left, so I wanted to just do a deep clean because, we've been cooking, we've been dancing, we've been dropping food, we've been, you know what I'm saying? I cleaned up while she was here, but I'm just saying, I just wanted to do a deep clean, empty nest reset so I could get back to what it is that I was supposed to be doing. Okay. And I could not get up. I kept trying and trying and trying. And eventually I did. Was that on a Sunday? I did get up and I got everything done. I was so happy. I got everything. I cleaned the bathrooms. I mopped all the floors. I did the kitchen. I turned the dishwasher on. I swept. I already said mopped. I folded clothes. I got a lot of stuff done. And I was so happy because I was becoming concerned for myself. I was becoming concerned. I remember I was driving home from my brother wanted to go to Walmart, and he goes to a Walmart that's off the beaten path. So he asked me, did I want to go? I was already feeling depressed, right? You want to go? And I was like, oh, I want to stay in this bed, but okay, I'll go. So I went, but I remember we were headed back from the Walmart, and I just remember having this sinking feeling because I was like, I'm finna go back home, and I got stuff to do there that I don't want to do. And I already know that I want to go get in the bed and lay in the dark. And I just remember having that feeling. So I mentioned it to my brother, and he was like, it might be the weather. I said, you know what? I think you're right. I think all this snow and dreariness has truly gotten to me. So that's one thing. We got the seasonal depression, which the past 2 years I have fought. Baby, listen, I was like, I'm not getting seasonal depression this year. I'm finna fight this. I'm a fight. And so I didn't care if it got dark at 4:30, and I didn't care if I simply just made a run to the Goodwill. I made myself get out the house so that I could really just try to embrace the weather, the lack of sun, and make myself know that just because it's like this doesn't mean you can't keep going. Like, you can keep going. So I've been fighting seasonal depression pretty well for the past 2 years, but this year it was finna try to drag your girl, like, straight up. Okay, then there's functional depression, which I definitely think is something that I battle with. Because again, my generation, I was raised to be a strong bitch. You know what I'm saying? So we were taught how to keep going. It don't matter what's going on. How you, first of all, get out your feelings. What's feelings? Keep going. Keep. keep pushing, keep going. This is what we do. You don't have an option. And this is the reason why I be having a word for the young hoes here and there, just a little bit. I mostly be hyping them up, but I be having a word for them because you are only getting the opportunity to be who you are because of who we have had to be. And here we are, Gen X in our 50s, and we're just now learning how to rest. We're just now learning how to take care of our mental health. We're just now learning how to speak up for ourselves if we don't feel well and we feel like I don't think I could do it today. I don't think I should push. I think I should rest. We are just learning how to do these things. We are just learning how to do these things. And to be honest with you, I still hold a certain amount of guilt sometimes for not being able to do all the things. And not just not being able to do it, but choosing not to do it. I will actually hold a certain amount of guilt because, again, we were raised to keep going. And I place blame on no one because what it makes me think about is the level that my mother had to keep going, the level that my grandmother had to keep going. So I'm sure that my level is down here a little bit because theirs was way up here. But man, we got a lot of work to do, y'all. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. Okay. So functional depression, which, honey, I am not qualified in any areas of this, but I would just say that keep going every day, that steadily pushing, that I can't break routine, that I feel weird, but I'm gonna keep acting normal. People have no freaking clue. You operate every day in the same spaces, consistently doing what you need to do. To me, that's what I would call functional depression. And when I think about that, hell, I feel like everybody got that. I feel like everybody got that. Almost everybody, not everybody, but almost everybody. I feel like I know a lot of people that have that. Okay. Do y'all have anything to say about depression? I'm going to keep moving because here again, the idea of depression really has been ringing with me this week. And then I got the topic suggestions. So I was like, wow, we got some stuff to talk about. That's the reason why I said the lives, I want to talk about some more serious topics because we need to talk about it. Okay. So I don't know if you all know who I'm talking about, but I watch YouTube a lot. And so also watch, have my over 50 like pick of people that I watch. So lately I've been watching a lady named Kaylani. Okay. And she lives in Houston, I believe, and she's in the midlife group or whatever. So yesterday she uploaded a video basically saying, well, she had kind of been saying since I just started watching her consistently, um, pause. Yes, Sony, yes, because this past Sunday, I got back into my journal. Well, not really Sunday. I did it on Sunday, but for Lent. So I got back into my journal. I haven't even been opening my planner, okay? Which is why I told y'all I was only letting myself buy them Dollar Tree planners. This is the reason why. But I got a nice look. Let me show y'all. I think I got this from Marshall's, and it was cool. It was only like maybe $6.99, $7.99. So not a lot of money spent, but I got back into my planner. I got back into my content notebook just to go over like, what was you writing down in there? What was the plans? What was you planning on doing? See, all of this makes me think about depression. And then I have a bigger binder that I call my queen book. That's like everything, you know what I'm saying? Like everything in totality. I would love to digitalize that situation one day soon, but let's see. Because first of all, I need to get consistent with it before I can do anything. But nevertheless, yeah, I got back into all of my stuff. Um, what's a sad topic? Let me know. Let me know. Cause I could cut it. We can move on. Cause I had another something else to talk about. It kind of goes hand in hand, but yeah, we're gonna talk about us some folks today. So we're not in a bad way. We just gonna go over it. So yeah, I did that too, Sony. I got back into all my books, my planner, my journal. You know what I'm saying? Just show some faith in yourself. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So oh, mine is too. And I just be like, I don't know. I'll be kind of hard on myself sometimes. But you know what? The thing is that, and this relates to menopause, the intent is for me to look over everything in the morning. Just, take like 15 minutes and look over everything. What did you write in there? What are you supposed to be doing today? you know like that, what's going on, like that. But I don't always do it because I'm menopausal. So y'all, sometimes I'm up at 3 a.m. just staring at the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Like, thinking to myself, if it hit 5, I'm making coffee. Fuck it. If it hit 5 a.m., I'm making coffee. Okay. So when I have a day like that, of course, when it's time for me to get up and start getting myself together for work, I'm kind of out of sorts. And I have more days than not that are like that. So yeah, it's like, yeah, the situation is sad. And I was just now, what's today, the 21st, just now looking at my February in my planner. Okay. But I feel good about what I did, and I'm gonna just keep it moving. I'm gonna keep it moving. So, whew, baby, listen, hold on, because is this topic, is it draining me? I'm just trying to see. Oh, okay. So back to Kaylani, because this is really serious. And I had been, like, been watching her videos for some reason lately, I guess because they was coming up. So I was like, oh, let me see what she talking about. And she had been saying, I want to share something, but I don't know. I want to share something. So I was like, okay, well, people share things when they get ready. So then had a video where she was actually like, I'm getting ready to share. And she was just sharing the level of depression that she had been experiencing. And I was like, I cried so bad. Like, I cried so bad because, I was like, I was sitting on the couch like, because first of all, I know the level of strength that it takes to talk about your mental health from a real perspective, telling the truth about it. Okay. I know how much strength that actually takes. It's not a strength that I think I have. I talk about it, but I think I'm more, I'm more, I'm in a very private stage of my life. So although I share my innermost thoughts over the past few years, really keep them to myself. But I don't mind talking about mental health and all of that, as y'all already know. But man, I cried. I just sat there and cried because I was like, if you ever been through something alone, it don't even have to be mental health related, but let's be real, going through something alone is mental health related. If you ever have gone through something alone, felt like you were in it alone, whatever, you know that exactly we are dishonest with ourselves. Yes, we are. Because, and again, I take that back to the be strong, keep pushing, can't break, gotta show up. I take that all back to that, because we've been taught to lie to ourselves every day. But I also understand that our ancestors um taught us that, and she was having the same issue, Sony, that our ancestors taught us that because they knew the level of strength that we were going to need to be able to push through life, just to push through life. Life gets hard. You got family, you got yourself, okay, you got your health, you have your family, you have their health, you have all of these people that you care about. And, so when it comes to matters of the heart, life will start pushing. It'll start pushing at you. So her issue was grief related as well, because she lost her husband. But she went on ahead and shared with her viewers, how she had been feeling. And I felt her so very much. Like, I was like, dang, when you in that mental battle with yourself and you fighting it, you really feel like you fighting it alone, but you only fighting it alone because you're not sharing. But nevertheless, whatever, we all make our choices. I'm not a oversharer anymore because I have learned that you can't trust everybody with everything about you. You can't trust everybody with all of the information about you. Just stay peeping game, y'all. Just stay peeping game. Just stay peeping game. Please stay peeping game. Struggling with aging mom. I have that issue. She wants to get out today and do something. I'm very happy to do it because any point at which she wants to live her life and spread her wings a little bit, I want to assist with that. Because remember, my mother done fought a battle that was harder and stronger than mine. You know what I'm saying? I already know. Like, it don't matter what it was, we just know that it was. Okay. And her mother fought a battle that was stronger and harder than mine. It doesn't negate or invalidate mine, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? So that, and then even on the grief thing, like, you start, even though I could say that my mother is still here with me, but it doesn't mean I don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because she'll be 80 years old this year. So I think about it. Now, the world that we living in would predicate that, hell, any of us can be out of here at any time. Now, it no longer has anything to do with age, but because she has been a mainstay in my life, all of my life, I think about it. So, and it is, my mother was in the hospital not too long ago. So there's that. I've been talking with friends and their parents have been in the hospital recently. So we kind of like in the little fight for our lives, y'all. We kind of like in the little fight for our lives. Let's be real. We are, with our own selves. Our own lives, not just women, men too, with our own lives, and trying to accomplish our goals and look after our health and look after our mental health and take care of us. And then, like I said, you got the people that you love. And if you still have a parent around and you in Gen X, baby, the parent is aging. Okay. So then there's that. Then keep in mind, some of us also have children and they're in a weird stage of life where you kind of want to let them do that, but you kind of be wanting to be like, so we're also learning how to pivot in the way that we parent. It be a lot going on. So I say all of that to say, because this lash, no, it's coming down. Why do the glue be white? It's just a lot. I want it to be a little different this morning and not be so plain Jane. Okay. But anyway, it's a lot. Life is a lot. Okay. Life is a lot. And I never negate people that just have themselves because I've been just myself before. So I know that when it's just you still, I had a family and everything, but I need to remove myself from the equation of need because I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? So trying to take care of yourself is a job as well. It's a job. It's a job. It's a job. Life is a job. Life is a job. But then you start adding on the little categories. Yes, when most of the people out of age group parents were partying, we can't party because we are taking care of them. Girl, you better say that. And then for me and my old having a baby in my mid 30s. Okay, so once my daughter started school and I'm looking at I was like the old mama. Okay, I was the old mama. All the other mothers was young and younger than me, I'll say. And they would be going out but wait a minute, but then there was also the mother, so they had more spunk, even though they had children the age of my child, they had more spunk. Then there was also the ones who had they kids was older than mine. They already done this. And so they have the freedom. And I would just be like, wow, they get to go to happy hour every Friday. They went to the concert Saturday. They went on a trip. Like I would sometimes feel like that I was stuck and that I couldn't do anything. But I dug my heels in and you definitely. Sister, yes, we are alike in that we both but you was older than me when you became a mother. I think Danielle, how old was you when you had Quincy? But yeah, so I would be looking like, wow, I can't, the things that the people my age are doing because they had already had kids and they kids was in high school, in college. Okay, so you was 2 years older than me. And I was like, dang, I can't do nothing. Like you know what I'm saying? My mother was already helping me with my daughter, picking her up from school every day. So how I'm getting ready to look, talking about I want to go to the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not in St. Louis, we say bar. Okay, that was it, the Chicago way. In St. Louis, we say bar. Okay, how I'm gonna look wanting to go to the bar Friday, and you done had my daughter since 3 o'clock and gave her dinner, and everything. I just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right to me. And plus, I'm such like a mom's mom. I want to come home anyway because I want to see my baby. We've been apart all day. Okay, I want to go see my baby. But then, fast forward, we're at a stage of life now where nothing holds me back. Okay, and then I want to be a homebody. In this stage of life, I want to be a homebody, and the world is my oyster. Crazy, crazy. Sony, no. You had your daughter at 37? I don't know why, Sony. I thought you was so much younger. Like, I don't know why I thought you was younger. Or, because, okay, wait a minute. Okay, so you are about kind of like how I was and how my sister is, but your daughter is younger too. I have to remember that. So, okay. Child, yeah, yeah. We go through so many phases of life, all of us, no matter who you are. But we get to this age, we can definitely discuss some phases, baby, because we have been through them. And then the idea that they not even over with yet, golly, wow. Golly, are you serious? 2 months? I probably should have been in the hospital for 2 months after I had my daughter. I needed to be in the hospital, honey. They was gonna let your girl slide all the way to the dark side, baby. They was gonna let me slide. I was going to the doctor several times a week. Like, I feel like shit. Like I don't, something is wrong. I thought I was dying, but they weren't looking at it like that. Essentially, I was dying. You know what I'm saying? I was dying a slow death. Luckily, it was caught in time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. I get to talk to y'all today. Okay. What a blessing. What a blessing. But yeah, they was going to let your girl slide. They was going to let me go all the way. I'm going in there crying. I'm going in there, can't walk because I don't know. Like I was having weird symptoms. Something happened with the bottom of my feet. And I don't know if they was hives. I don't know what it was because I had broke out all on my shoulders. I literally woke up like this. And then I was like, okay, let me go back to the doctor. I couldn't even walk. I had to pull myself into the doctor. They had like a railing, like, walkway with a rail. And I had to pull on the railing to get to the door because I was jacked up just like that. Just like that. That baby. And maybe that's why I'm a mom's mom. Because I'm like, honey, listen. I had to burn the battle for this. So yeah. I'm going, yeah. I didn't even think I would have kids. So once I did, I knew that it was an issue to be taken seriously because I literally had not seen my life with children. I just hadn't. I was told that I couldn't have none. I was told that I couldn't have none. So whoop-de-doo. I'm finna hit the streets. Okay, I'm getting ready to do me. I'm getting ready to, let's turn up. Let's make it pop. Let's do it. And then the next thing you know, boom, boom. So that's how I knew that like this is to be taken seriously because you wasn't even supposed to be nobody mama. And it could be hard for people to understand sometimes. And people think that you should break away from your children a little bit. And at some point you will be forced to do it. So it doesn't matter. But with a chronic illness and being a mom, nah, I'm finna go to work and go sit down somewhere, go cook dinner and go sit down. Matter of fact, not even gonna sit down. I'm finna go to bed. I'm finna lay this girl clothes out, eat, lay the clothes out, take your bath, go to bed. We finna go to bed. Like that was my day every single day. Every single day. I didn't have time for the streets. I would try to give the streets a little time here and there every blue moon, but it just got to the point. It's like it wasn't worth it because I would not have no energy, and I have important things to do, like work, so I could take care of my child. So it's like I just was like, forget it. Our babies are 12 years apart and argue like siblings. Oh my God, Brooke sent me. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it, but she sent me a post. Um, it was either from TikTok or Instagram, and it was she was like Quincy. She was like, "This is Quincy." Yeah, it was like a kid. It was like a person kicking a younger sibling out of their room and throwing a tablet out the door. I was like, yes, that is y'all, because baby Quincy gonna go in there and wake her up if she's home. Wake her up in the morning to get that tablet. Let me get that iPad, and is it charged up? Okay, let me get that iPad though. So yeah, yeah. So love, I love that they have each other, because that's something that I always would be concerned with too. Like okay, so now I got one kid. Like, okay, who gonna help her? Who gonna help her when I get older? That's another reason why I downsized. It's like a multitude of reasons, but that's one of them, because I used to look around my house and be like, okay, yes, it'll be lovely to leave my child a home in which she could do whatever she chooses. She could sell it, take the money, get her something else, live in it, work on it, it's paid for, whatever she wants to do. But I would look around and I would be like, this too much work for one child. This is too much work, and I don't want to leave her with this. I don't want to leave her with this. And then plus, when you have a house, you just keep on putting shit in there because you can, because I'm gonna be here. And I just was like, I don't want her to have that experience. I don't want something to happen to me and she be left with all of this stuff to get figured out. We're going to get a smaller situation figured out here. Okay. We're going to get something smaller figured out. And then plus my daughter had expressed too that she didn't know if she would have an interest in even living in St. Louis. And even if she did, if she would have an interest in living in their house. So I was like, I'm going to try to leave her something, some type of dwelling to where you'll never have to worry about a place to live if you choose not to. But it'll be manageable. It's going to be something very, very manageable for her. Okay. So, yeah. So y'all, soaring straight from the topic of depression, women, menopause, the things we go through, trying to take care of ourselves, our health, our aging parents, raising our children, holding down jobs, cooking a little bit, cleaning up, getting all the things done, doing laundry, folding. I got a pile right here on my bed right now and a bigger pile on my daughter's bed. Y'all, why my daughter came home last weekend and I had been piling my laundry on her bed. Like, I'll wash the laundry, but then I put it on her bed. I do it and then put it on her bed. I'm going to get to that. Okay. I'm going to get that folded up and hung up. And then she came home and I had to move all of that laundry. So as soon as she left, baby, I put it all back there. I did, but I've been bringing it slowly into my room so that I can get stuff folded up like I did a little bit yesterday. I'm going to do a little bit of this and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But I love washing clothes, but I can't stand folding clothes. Like, it's such a task. So yeah, but anyway, after we done discussed all of those things, the things that we experience as humans, as women, as mothers, all of the things that we experience, like all of the things. And then I saw a post by the Jasmine brand where Cam Newton, y'all know who Cam Newton, he has the podcast. I don't know the name of the podcast, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. I think everybody knows at this point. And I saw a post by the Jasmine brand where he said women become less desirable the more children that they have. Women become less. Now, I'm paraphrasing. I might be off a little bit, but women become less. The more children a woman has, the less desirable she is. Now, I want somebody, if you can, to look up and tell me how many children do he have. And also, if you can tell me, put it in the comments, how many children does he have and how many children's mothers does he have? How many children does he have and how many children's mothers does he have? Because I believe that this is the same topic that Dr. Bryant was trying to discuss with him when she was on his podcast. I'm cold, y'all. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. See, I had the window cracked. So, she was trying to discuss this with him, how it might seem okay to you to have multiple children by multiple women, but you're definitely in a pattern. You're in a pattern, sir. Oh, y'all, wait a minute. I want to see what this setting is. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you. Love you, baby. Love you. Thank you. I'm trying to see what this is. Okay. Oh, y'all, let's have a little fun. Wait a minute. So, 9 children with 3 baby mamas. Okay. And you said that the more children that women have, the less desirable they are. Well, let me tell you how I feel. Let me tell you this is how I feel. And this is no like shade to anyone who feels any different or lives any different. But this is how I run my life. Okay. I have never wanted to date a man with multiple kids, like multiple. At this age, yes, okay, I get it. You might have 2 kids. I don't want to date a man that's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or more kids and more baby mamas than one. I just don't. Okay. I just don't. I told y'all in the last live, always strive to be first. Never strive to be second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Always strive to be first. So back to what I was saying. So how I feel is, and how I've always looked at men with multiple children, God bless them if they taking care of all of them. Literally, God bless them. God bless them. For real. For real. I always look at men like that as hoes. Like, that's a hoe. But meanwhile, men don't see themselves like that. They look at us like that. Like, if you got too many kids and too many or whatever, but they literally do not think that if they have multiple kids by multiple women, they don't think that they hoes. They don't think that they fit into a whole category ever. Well, to me, for me in my life, I'm just going to say for me in my life, because everybody has their own way of doing things, and I respect it at all times. I know people that have married men with multiple kids. God bless you, and may y'all live y'all best life to the end of times. But for me, okay, a woman that didn't even think she was going to have no kids and ended up having one, okay, with a man that didn't have no kids either. That's only got one too. I look at a man with multiple kids like that and multiple baby mamas. I look at a man. This is what I was trying to say, y'all, last week, is that this goes back to health. Okay, this goes back to health. So if you got 9 kids and 3 baby mamas, can you imagine the level of unprotected sex that has taken place? Because it doesn't stop at the 9 kids and the 3 baby mamas. It definitely goes way beyond that. It definitely goes. People like to be braggadocious and say they fertile and all of that, and I get it, and I get it, and I get it. But still, at the end of the day, it had to have gone way beyond that. So why then would I want? Why would I desire? And don't get me wrong, I know that a single man with no kids or 1 kid or 2 kids, I know that they could have still accomplished the same thing. But the proof is in the pudding, okay? So then why would I want a man with 9 children and 3 baby mamas? Why would I want to have unprotected sex with you? Why? 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 There's no reason why. There's no reason why. It's an option, because I can go out here and it'll be a man with 1 kid, no kids, 2 kids, 3 kids. That's just the way that that's just the way my thinking cap be on. I could be wrong and I could be out of order in a lot of ways, but that's the way that I think. I'm sick of all these men who think because they have a lot of money, they can dump they wad all over the place, and then call theyself a king. I agree about all these men as a whole. I don't get the unprotected sex thing. Yeah, that's something that I have opened my eyes to and accepted over the years, is that men that have basically unlimited funds, you could say, they get to choose up, and that's exactly what they do. They use the power that comes with the money to basically to have a free life in the way of relationships and who they're going to be with and whether they're with anybody, and they you it's like a benefit. It's a benefit, basically. It's a benefit. Nick Cannon as well. Nick Cannon, he is the CEO of he's the CEO of the crew. The CEO. I wish them all well. I do. I wish them all well because yes, the Nick Cannon stuff, it is a mess. I wish them all well because they live in breathing human beings sitting up on earth, and they have offspring. They have, children that's, living on earth. So I wish everybody well. But for me, just for me, my personal choice, if the proof is in the pudding that you done been putting in around the pudding bowl a lot, a lot, then I generally, that's just not going to be my type. It's just not going to be my type. That was a resolution that I had made with my daughter's father when I started dating him. Right before I met him, literally right before I met him, I'll tell y'all something about manifestation. Right before I met him, I had told myself, because I had just dated a guy that had a kid, and he was a professional, he was an attorney, so he was fitting all the categories, but he had a child, and I'm single and I'm young. Like, I don't want to not be able to do something this weekend because you got your kid. I don't have any kids. So that's when I then said, okay, not only do I have a standard for the man I want to date, but I don't want to have no kids. I've dated two men with kids and I didn't like it. One of them was nut nut. One of them was nut nut. Y'all don't let me end this live without telling y'all about when my cousin called nut nut, my former and one and only ever fiance, from the pen. Don't let me forget to tell y'all that. Let me turn this thing off here. Let's get back to regular. So um yeah, and so then I met him and he didn't have no kids. I met him and he did not have no kids. And I was like, wow, he don't have no kids. Because when I was in my early 30s, it was hard to meet men that didn't have kids. It hard. And then not having kids, of course, oh, that's a whole nother story, child. That's a whole nother story. Not having kids, because baby, people will worry the heck out of me. You don't have no kids. You in your 30s, you don't have no kids. I can't believe you ain't got no kids. You don't have no kids. You don't have no kids. You don't have no kids. Do you even want kids? And I would be like, wait a minute, everybody slow down. First of all, I ain't got no husband. I ain't got no husband. So what would I want to have a kid for? Like, I'm trying to, let me navigate this thing here. Okay? Let me navigate. But yeah, the way people would be like, come at you about not having children in your 30s, baby. I wonder at what age do they give up? Is it 40 when they stop even asking you at all? Like, what's the age? Because baby, from my early 20s to my early 30s, I got ragged on. And I would be like, so y'all want me to be in suffrage? y'all want me to be in suffrage? Y'all don't want me to have somebody to help raise a kid with? You know what I'm saying? To build a family, a legacy? Y'all don't want me? Y'all just want me to have a baby. Like, come on. But then I met somebody that did not have any children. And I was like, wow. I literally said that this was my next move, was somebody with no kids. Somebody with no kids. And it ended up happening. But remember, the doctor had told me I couldn't have kids. So I was like, Nook, if you buck, why Nook? If you buck, why Nook? If you buck, why Nook? If you buck. Baby, I was enjoying myself. Okay. And then God was like, sit your ass down. You gotta go sit down. Y'all, I be eating Jolly Ranchers at night, and So my tongue is blue. That's all I could say. I brushed it like a motherfucker. It's still blue. Okay. So whenever you see me, like I think I did a short yesterday and my tongue was blue and I was like, oh my God, my tongue is blue. It's the Jolly Ranchers. And if you eat them at night and then the next morning you brushing your teeth, brushing your tongue, baby, the color do not want to come off. But we almost there. So yeah, we almost there. So yeah, it's just, life just teaches you a lot of lessons, even in the phases of chronic illness, depression, motherhood, even if it's not motherhood, even if it's, a grief, losing a parent, just all the things that we go through. Whoo! It be too much for real, y'all. It be too much. But life teaches us a lot of lessons. And it seemed like in this phase of life, it's like it be in overdrive, like it be on turbo. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Can we go down the low too? Can we? No, because with that, you're going to dig in deep. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. But that's all I had to say about Cam Newton because I really don't want to just keep going on about that. But that was just my thoughts about that. Like the way that we are viewed, it just be so skewed. Like, so I'm undesirable because I have multiple children, but you not because you got money, but you do, and you got multiple baby mamas. Like, maybe I misunderstood the sound bite because we know with social media you only getting a bite of what's being said. So maybe I misunderstood it. I don't know, but it was hurtful. Now I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna be all the way real and not try to be the strong woman that I was raised to be. And I'm gonna say that it was hurtful. That was hurtful. I hurt for women who in that position when I saw that he said that. I hurt for them because I was like, damn, how many other men feel this way? Like, so y'all put us in this position. Then all of a sudden we like discarded goods. We ain't no good no more. You know what I'm saying? We not, I don't know. I don't know. So that's the reason why in this stage of life, it's very important to me that I continue to hone in each day on who I am meant to be, who I desire to be, who I am for that day. And be okay and be secure in the fact that who I am is all a part of my journey and I can adjust or I cannot adjust. Like it's up to me. I get to choose. I get to choose. Yeah, I think he could be. I think he could be, but it's another test, just another testament about men with money. When men got money, like if we got money, then we are considered what do they call us? Cougars, sugar mamas. We paying for our man. We paying for our man. But when it's them, it's just them purchasing what they want off the shelf. And we back in the clearance. If you got multiple children, okay, and it's other qualifying factors, but you back in the clearance. You back there. You way back there. You back there. I love clearance. I love a good clearance rack, baby. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. I love a good clearance rack because it's gonna always be something in there. It's gonna always be something in there. So, hey, whatever. I know, I know. Natalie Nunn got that ass. Natalie Nunn's interview on Cam Newton podcast has the most views. Now I didn't go back, real far to see if it was any others that did, but Natalie Nunn did. Y'all watch that interview that Natalie Nunn did with Cam Newton? Yeah, she handled that. She handled that. I had a newfound respect for Natalie Nunn based off of that interview. I already don't really take issue much with her, but um, I had a newfound respect for her after that interview. It has the most views on his podcast channel. Her interview has the most views. Lola Brooke, I'm gonna watch her interview too because I think it was good. She's an educated woman. She carries herself that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But I, as an artist, I didn't know that she was educated at a HBCU. Let me put it to you like that, because it ain't got nothing to do with nothing as far as I'm concerned, honey. People are people. I love all people. It ain't got shit to do with shit. I want to be clear. But nevertheless, I didn't know she was a HBCU graduate. She's very well poised and kind of very confident and sure, carries herself softly, but you also not getting ready to play with me. And so I want to watch that whole entire interview, which I might do that today, because she was getting his ass too. He was trying to get her, but she was very calmly, you know what I'm saying? She was doing it like that. She was doing it like that, and I love that. That's my way. Like, I literally love that. So, do y'all have anything else y'all want to talk about? Because I'm down with it. I look, the rest of my weekend involves taking my mama to the casino. I need to stop at the store. I need to cook something tomorrow, because for Lent, I am not, okay, for Lent, I have to eat at home Sunday through Thursday. I can get myself, eat out or whatever Friday and Saturday, but because baby, I haven't been cooking a thing. Do you understand me? I haven't been cooking a thing. So I was like, that's something that I need to bring back into order. So I want to get my meal for Sunday. I think I'm gonna do a roast, and I don't have nothing else to do. I think if I have a lot of free time, I'm going to do some content, because I need to just have a day where I just record stuff and then come back and make it happen for a couple of products, as well as like some shorts and voiceover content. And then tomorrow I got to cook tomorrow, but I'm going to deep condition my hair tomorrow too. So I'll be trying this. So for next Saturday's live, I'll let you know how I liked it. I'm excited. I'm happy about my hair. I'm just happy. I'm going to take it down today. I'm kind of scared because I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I'm going to take it down and I'll upload a post or something, a picture. I need to finish mine as well. I don't know. That's why the topic of depression was so important this week, because it's be like stuff I need to do, but it's like my mind is moving slow and it's trying to figure out like what order to do things in. When should I do this? Okay, but in order to do this, I got to do that. It's just a lot, but I need to work on that as well. I need to gather some documents. So anyway, y'all, thank you for coming into the live today. You got this? You got did you get the Matrix? Which one did you get, behind? Any one of them that I showed, I'm loving. Any one of them that I showed, I'm loving the Matrix. I've been sealing my hair with that, especially my ends. Like, I get in there and Can y'all see my little twist? I get in there and I just rub my ends with it just to kind of like seal them a little bit. And then the So Soft oil. You too, Diva. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. The green one. You did? Oh my God. See, that's what I'm feeling like. I need the combo, because the instructions, of course, it's going to say that, but I would like to use the combo. So you might have just influenced me. At least maybe the conditioner, or I don't know. I'm going to see, but I feel like I would want I feel like I will. Oh yeah, before you leave, it's still 7 people in here. Please like the live, because my likes been outweighing the people that's in here, and I've been loving that. But if you get a chance, please like the live. Yeah. So, oh my God, you gotta let me know how that works out for you, because I would love to do that. But look, I want you to try it first. Since you already got the stuff, you try it first. So yeah, everybody, yes, that is what that oil does. Well, it's called Soft for Her, and that is what it does. So yeah, but I'm not gonna use that this time, because I got these 2 OGX products that I'm gonna use together. But yeah, that Matrix, it's tea when you see them 2 fingers touching. That Matrix is that, okay? Anyway, y'all, have a good weekend. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you all. I love that we're creating a forum, a landing spot for us to talk and discuss things that affect us, where we feel okay about opening up. we can't keep carry everything, y'all. We gotta have a way of releasing some of it, like release some of it. If you have a chronic illness, take care of yourself first, every day and all day if you gotta do it, because we be misunderstood, okay? And I love you guys. And if you are depressed, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for us. I'm praying for me. I'm we gonna be all right, y'all. All right. Have a good weekend. Love you guys. Take care. Be safe. But most of all, enjoy it. Bye. Bye, y'all. Bye. I'm gonna miss y'all. See y'all next Saturday. Bye.